Hey guys, welcome to episode number 11 of the Derby Career Mode Live, and to start off this episode, we are currently still in the January transfer window. We haven't got much money to really work with though, that's the only major issue. But what I'm going to be doing to kick off this episode is just trying to get somebody, mainly in the striker position. I think that's the area we need to look at, as obviously the more goals you score the better. So we've got players such as Charlie Austin, Chris Wood, Al Sommer maybe, might be able to get him. But yeah, there's a few options here. I'm going to see what I can get and we'll get back to it. So Burnley wanting 6.2 million for Chris Wood. The only issue with this deal is I don't quite know what his wage is. I think I could have probably checked, but even 30 grand, I doubt he's going to be on that cheap of wage. So we're going to have to try and meet in the middle. Hopefully he's on around 75 grand with wages. But the problem is as well, this year you need to think about signing on fees as well. So I think that's probably the most we can go for. And they've actually accepted that, so that's kind of good to see. Straight away, he's on 57 grand wages. So we'll put it up to 60 on the wages, and then we can see what kind of bonus we're looking at, because then we've got a good understanding whether the deal can be done or not. Probably not. I don't. It's going to be really tight if it is going to work. Now, that's just a little bit too much, isn't it? Straight away, you need to get rid of that bonus, and even then, I'm 60 grand under. So I just don't think we're going to be able to get anyone really with the low amount of money we've got, unfortunately. So yeah, we're just going to have to end negotiations here. It's kind of annoying how, because of the signing on bonuses and extra bonuses, it's kind of made it difficult to sign players. But we are going to try and get Richarlison. I feel like he's about the right quality and right rating and right kind of player we need. So it'd be kind of cool if we could get him off Watford. Unfortunately, I've not actually got a scout report in for him. But we will offer... We'll go in at 4.5 just to kick off the deal. I'm not 100% sure what his rating is, so be interested to see what Watford come back with, and they've just thrown it out straight away. So maybe he's worth about 10 mil, and we've kind of offended him there, but it's worth just going through these deals. Why not? See what we can get. Next deal here for Charlie Austin then. He's actually valued at around basically the transfer budget. So again, we kind of need to save money for negotiating. He's on 37 grand wages at the moment, which is actually super cheap. I'm just trying to think whether... So I think we'll go in with 5 mil. It's a lot under his value, but that's actually how... Yeah, they're only wanting 6, which is actually quite decent because he's only on 37 grand wages. We'll try and meet him in the middle-ish. I think I'll go 5.25. I need to basically save as much as I can, because then obviously when we go to the contract stage, we need that money for the bonuses, and they are happy to accept that, so that's kind of cool. Charlie Austin, obviously quite a bulky striker, would be kind of cool, very clinical striker. Obviously Tammy Abraham's doing well, but I just need that extra option just to make sure. He's going to go for important. That's good to see. He's 30 years old, but I don't see a dropping in rating that much of an issue. He's currently on 37 grand. That's where we kind of need him to be, at 37 grand wages. So we're happy to accept that. So I'm going to offer him this. Hopefully he doesn't get offended by it. He hasn't, but he does want a bonus after his appearances, so we're going to remove that. Hopefully we can get this deal done. It's literally with the smallest amount of money we have at the moment, so I think maybe just sticking it into the wage. Hopefully that works. It'd be kind of cool. And there we go, he's happy to do that. It's not quite what he was looking for, but he's eager to join the club. So we have made a signing. It is Charlie Austin. With the low amount of money we had, we've literally spent all of it now. It's very unlikely that any players were going to leave the club, so I think bringing in Charlie Austin is a good option, of course. It does mean we will be dropping... Who do we drop off the bench? Thorne? Probably Thorne. It's a little bit of a shame, but obviously Adams is going to become more of a winger again. Before we did sell... who did we sell? We sold somebody. He was our backup striker. I haven't actually played this save in about 2 or 3 weeks, so I'm just trying to remember what happened. But yeah, Charlie Austin, really good attacking positioning. You can chuck him up top, and yeah, he'll get himself on the end of it. It's as simple as that. He's what we needed, 6'2", slightly shorter than Tammy, but a little bit more quality-wise in the finishing front. So yeah, he'll be a nice striker in the club. I don't know if you guys remember in the FA Cup, we played against this Jokes guy who's 37 years old, 64 rated, and he made about 15 saves. It's just incredible how annoying he was in that game, but he's only 64 rated. It's kind of incredible. But anyway, Charlie Austin expected to make his debut potentially Stoke is that kind of physical team that he could do quite well against, but we will leave Tammy in as he is the second highest goal scorer in the league. Currently 5th in the table, of course, but teams such as Manchester United and Chelsea have played a game in hand, so if we do win it, we do go back up to 2nd in the table. It's as simple as that. So we are at home. Hopefully we can get the win and get us back up to the Champions League spots. Here we are then against Stoke at Pride Park. It's been a very long time since I've actually played career mode, so it's going to be interesting to see how I do against the AI. They are playing a 5-2-3, a formation we do struggle against quite a bit. Just trying to see, it's Stefan Bell, the centre-back. Jack Butland in goal, Yedlin, Martin Zindi, Wimmer, Boosman, Fofana, Perez, I'm not 100% sure who he is. Shaqiri, Berahino and Acuna up front. I can't remember what happened in the last game against Stoke because it was that long ago. We may have won, but yeah, it's a bit of a different team. Obviously, we've got Charlie Austin on the bench. Bellarabi on that right, he did quite well. I was just watching the last episode. Obviously, I had to edit the last episode, so yeah, Bellarabi actually did quite well against Chelsea, so hopefully he does well again today. Oh, tackle from Wisdom, and it may be a second yellow. Maybe not. It is literally just 2 minutes of added time left. It's probably going to blow as soon as this attack is done, so I don't mind a point, but at the same time, it's like I've not played in like 2 or 3 weeks on this save, so that's definitely a factor. We almost conceded here. Berry in the 30th minute came off the post, dunk, hitting it against the keeper, our only keeper having to clear it off his line very nicely indeed. We also had a few chances that on another day may have gone in, but obviously not today. And it's only a point against Stoke, which when you look at the stats is probably a fair result, but we do kind of need to be winning these games if we are going to get into the top 4. So into the last game of the episode against Burnley at Turf Moor. Looking at the table, we have actually dropped out of the top 5 into 6th. But again, if we win the game, we can technically go back into 2nd place, at least into the top 4. So obviously Burnley 4th in the table, doing very well this season. It is going to be a really tough game. Obviously Charlie Austin. There's a few players actually we've got from Burnley. I will be using, I think I'll be using our fluorescent kit. I haven't actually used it in a while. Yeah, there's a few players in this team that used to play for Burnley. Obviously Hendrick. Did Dunk play for Burnley at some point? Maybe. I don't think so, but I'm sure Charlie Austin used to play for Burnley. Anyone else? I think that's about it. Yeah, so we got a couple, which is nice. Here we are at Turf Moor. It looks like an evening fixture, which is kind of cool. Be interested to see what kind of lineup they're going for. I think they have obviously lost a few players on pre-contracts, but they're still in the lineup, both Goodmanson and Heaton leaving the club at the end of the season. Soriano is actually a top goal scorer. I think he's like 5th-ish. Obviously Kieftenbeld, a player that we used to have at the club, has kept his place in the first 11. Salah up front, Cartabia on the right, Cork, Rico, Baumgart, and I don't know, that right back, and Tarkovsky. We'll go with that anyway. Pretty similar shape. And we've gone for Charlie Austin against his former club. Hopefully he can bang one in. That'd be kind of cool. Burnley on the attack here then. First 5 minutes, good tackle from Wisdom. Goes clear up to Austin. At least you've got that focal point that can just find the back of the net very nicely. Of course, Tammy Abraham, very good physically, but a bit more technicality with Austin. We found the ball into him. He's turned nicely with the shot now and with the goal against his former club. I'm pretty sure Charlie Austin used to play for Burnley. I'm like 90% sure that he used to. Has scored against the team that used to feed him, and yeah, we've found it a lot better this game. We've got the first attack and we've got the first goal. That last game against the 5 at the back Stoke just really struggled. I'm pretty sure Charlie Austin used to play for Burnley before QPR. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Saved by the keeper. Now a chance again for Burnley, and it's in the back of the net. We really should have dealt with that. It is going to be the number 15. Don't know who his name is. I don't think it's Kieftenbeld. No, it's Salah. So obviously he's doing well for Liverpool at the moment. So 8th goal this season. I'm not 100% sure who that Salah is, but nevertheless, it's going to be one of those N10 games, especially at Turf Moor. It's not going to be easy. Straight away on the attack then. The ball's gone into the box. Bellarabi with the header, and Bellarabi with the goal. The German finds the back of the net to get us back into the lead. Within 2 minutes of conceding, we went on the attack. Simon got the shot, win the throw in, and then we got that ball into the box, and Bellarabi's found the back of the net. Good to see. I do think back and, like, instead of bringing in Bellarabi, we could have got Schürrle, which is a little bit annoying, but he's already got a goal. Didn't he get a goal in the last... No. He may have set up a goal, I think, against Chelsea. I think that's what I'm thinking of. But yeah, like, he's a bit more of an out-and-out winger. If you look at all the wingers we had in the club, we didn't have any, basically. Lawrence was playing as a cam, and he was like the only player that actually is a left mid. The rest of them are all cams and strikers playing out wide. Now into Lawrence. Good chance to get a shot off, and he has, and Heaton makes the save. If it wasn't for Tom Heaton, it probably would have been about 4 or 5 goals to us by now, so he's definitely kept him in the game. Diving header there from Simon, not quite. Goes into Bellarabi, now on the edge to Dunk. Into Lawrence with the shot now. Hits the crossbar, Simon with the rebound, and he's onside. I thought it was offside for a moment, but the Nigerian does find the back of the net and makes it 3-1. Very nice indeed. And hopefully that's the game wrapped up in the first half. Dunk here with the ball into Lawrence. It comes off the crossbar. Really would have been top bins if that went in, but just came off the upright, I think. Well, the up left, and Moses Simon's there to find the back of the net. He's been the best signing, in my opinion, throughout this whole series. Signed him like in the January of the first season, and ever since he's got goals. He's always impacted the game. Oh, Chris Ward, literally out of nothing. The man we were trying to sign a week ago has found the back of the net against us to potentially get this game back on the cards. Nice bit of passing play. Eventually finds it into him. Bang, into the back of the net. Really couldn't do much about that. I don't know if that was Mario Lemina playing for Burnley. He's one of them. Yeah, it's Lemina plays for Burnley. That's kind of crazy. There it is, full time against Burnley. 3-2 victory in the end. We needed the win, and we got the win away from home. A great win. Charlie Austin with the vital goal to make the difference. Bellarabi and Simon also on the score sheet. Chris Wood almost bringing it back for Burnley. They were putting the pressure on a bit more. But yeah, I think we did well in that game. Bit of training then to end off this episode. It would be quite nice if we got a bit of growth, but we did actually get growth to Adams in the last batch. Fontana almost growing, and also Jamie Hansen. So with that win, just put us third in the table. And if we do win the next game, we will technically only be 2 points off the top of the table, which will be kind of crazy. But then again, if you look the other way, like if we lose the game and all the teams below us win, we could potentially go all the way down to like 7th, well, 6th or 7th anyway. So it's really tight in these top areas. We do need to make sure we keep winning games. We have got Newcastle next in the next episode though. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. It's been a while since I actually recorded one of these, so hopefully it's been up to scratch. And we have actually got the international break now, so it's probably a good time to do a bit of training. We've actually already dropped down to 4th, literally by doing nothing. Liverpool played a game in hand, so means we just need to win the next game. It's as simple as that. We have got Newcastle coming up at the end of the month, then West Ham, Leicester, Man United. That'll be a big game, because if we win that game, technically we can go above them, so that'll be kind of cool. We have... I completely forgot we took the England job, didn't we? So I probably won't be playing these games, but we have got the Euros coming up pretty soon. Pretty soon, anyway. Probably would have been a lot sooner if I continued to upload, but obviously I got a little bit too busy with stuff. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and should be back tomorrow with another upload. See you soon.